League of Nations Organization. The full structure of the League of Nations is complex, as this diagram indicates, but is not necessary to understand the entirety of its structure in order to see its strengths and weaknesses. The League of Nations had three main institutions: the Assembly, the Council, and the Secretariat. The Assembly was like Wilson's World Parliament, where all the nations of the world could come together to discuss global problems and resolve issues. Rather than the whole world being present, by the end of 1920 there were 48 member countries. The US was not present, as they voted not to join, while Germany and the Soviet Union were excluded. The strength of the Assembly was that it provided a forum for all nations present to be heard. However, the Assembly only met once a year, its powers were limited, and the requirement of unanimous decision for some decisions made the Assembly ineffective. The League of Nations Council played a central role in attempting to maintain international peace. It met more frequently than the Assembly, meeting 10 times in its first year. At its creation, the Council consisted of 4 permanent members: Britain, Japan, France, and Italy, reflecting the victors of World War I who had much to say in the League's creation. There were also non-permanent members elected for a 3-year period. Each member of the Council could veto decisions, hindering the Council from acting unless decisions were unanimous. The Council worked to resolve disputes between nations by investigating conflicts and acting as a mediator. When the country acted aggressively, the Council could suggest economic or military sanctions as a form of pressure, although enforcement was challenging due to the League's lack of a military force and member nations reluctant to burden themselves financially or militarily. The Council also monitored the implementation of League decisions, ensuring that member states followed through on agreed actions. Because it met more regularly than the Assembly, it was better positioned to respond swiftly to international crises as they arose. Additionally, the Council had a hand in managing League membership and overseeing the administration of territories placed under the League's mandate system. The role of the Secretariat was to perform the day-to-day functions that kept the League running smoothly under the guidance of the Secretary-General, such as engaging with experts, compiling reports on international issues and disputes, organising meetings, and keeping records. Other agencies. The Permanent Court of International Justice helped maintain peace by resolving legal disputes between countries that agreed to submit their cases. It also provided non-binding legal advice to the League's Assembly and Council on complex international matters. The International Labour Organization worked to improve working conditions around the world. It tried to mediate between employers and employees, collected statistics and information about global working conditions, and tried to have its recommendations adopted by countries. Some of its proposals included reducing the number of hours worked per day and improved workplace safety. There were also other agencies, such as the Mandates Commission, the Refugees Commission, the Slavery Commission, and the Health Committee. The work of the International Labour Organization and the League of Nations Commissions will be looked at in depth in the next video. Exam questions on the organisation of the League are often related to actions taken by the League during the 1920s and 1930s.